Hello, good afternoon and welcome to New Forest Morphs, and it's Sunday afternoon and Adam is my son, who's our cameraman. Thank you, Adam, for being our cameraman today. Right. We'd like to welcome all our new subscribers and all our existing subscribers and followers. So we're going to introduce a new slot here at New Forest Morphs, and it's called YouTube Channel of the Week. And the one I'm going to give a big shout out to is Gershon, who's got a business called GP Snakes, and he has a live stream every week, and he's invited me on the live stream as a new breeder coming into YouTube. And what I like about Gershon is that he's based in the US, but he's got a worldwide perspective on everything. He's inviting lots of different small breeders, and one of the things he mentions is that a lot of small breeders that launch their YouTube channel, they find it quite difficult to get exposure, to get out there, because Google are changing the way in which they're putting us out there. So the best way of building up connections is to connect with other small breeders and other larger breeders, and to build up relationships, because then we share with each other as we build up those friendships. And Gershon is a classically brilliant example of networking using YouTube. So this one here is going to just show you a quick sample of what he does every week, and just have a look at this.
What's up, people? Thanks for coming to Under 1,000 Podcast, a live podcast I do on my channel, where I bring on another reptile breeder, enthusiast, hobbyist, and we get to know them a little better, talk to them, chat with them, and get to know them a little better. As you see, my camera's not the best. My computer crapped out, so I have to use my wife's computer, and her webcam on her computer is not the greatest, and I couldn't hook up my phone for some reason, so we're going to roll with this time. I'm working on getting that fixed. I'm pretty much going to have to buy myself a new computer, but that's behind the scenes stuff. Thank you guys for coming through. There's so many people already here, and there's so many comments, so let's hit these comments right quick, but we'll bring our guest on in a second. Let's hit these comments. Reptile Gems, thanks for coming through. What's up? Yes, you're number one. Ascension Royals, what's up? Thanks for coming through. Critical Constrictors, what's up? Thanks for coming through. Main Screes.
Well, there you go. There's a sample of Gershon's live channel, and I love it. I think he's really cool. I think he's funny. I'm looking forward to having my interview with him, which hopefully will be in the next few weeks. I might have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to do it though, because mind you, with my hip at the moment, I do wake up in the middle of the night, so it won't necessarily be such a big issue for me, because maybe an hour spent with Gershon might just give me the lift that I need. I'm waiting for an operation at the moment, so hopefully that will come through soon and get my hip sorted. So Adam, without any further ado, what we're going to do today is we are going to look at the Batman project. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to look at a few of our baby hatchlings that I've been cleaning this morning. In fact, we'll go to a few baby hatchlings, then we'll go on to the Batman project. And Adam, who's our technical whiz kid here, doing a degree in IT, he is making sense of my new manual, because we've got this new manual on the ultrasound, and already he's worked out how to improve the magnification fields, how hopefully we're going to, for the first time, we've not experimented, but Adam's gone on and actually shown us how to use certain buttons to fine-tune the ultrasound. So today we might get a few little tips on how we can improve the image and the vision of what we're trying to achieve. We're going to probably ultra scan the Desert Ghost Girl, who's packing on good weight, and we're also going to do Calypso, who's part of our clown projects. In fact, both of them are part of clown projects. We want Desert Ghost Enchi to go into clown, and that's one of the big projects that we're shooting for. And we've also got Calypso, who's het for pied, and she's clown het for 100% het for pied. She's a beautiful pastel girl. She's a gorgeous girl, and I'll show you her as well. I'm hoping that both of them are building follicles before we put the males to them. So without any further ado, let's have a quick update on a couple of small hatchlings, and then Adam, you'd like to come and follow me. We'll see how the little baby hatchlings are doing. So the first one I'm going to show you will be, let's have a little look, Costa. She's our mocha. Mojave, 100% het for ultra male. And let's just see how she's looking. She just shed out today, so she's looking at her best. And there she is. Isn't she beautiful? And she weighed in at 65 grams as a hatchling. She's a couple of months old now, so we're going to weigh her. I'm guessing she's broken through the 200 gram barrier. She eats really well. She's got that beautiful blue eye. There she is. And she's really, really gentle, lovely nature. She's carrying that 100% het for ultra male, so going forward, a very valuable addition to our projects. Let's just weigh her in to see what she weighs. So she's 245, Adam, which I'm very pleased about there, so she's doing really well. Let's see how she looks under the spotlight. In you go. There you go, Adam. Have a little zoom in on there, see what you can see. Is she lovely? See her lovely deep blue eye? Gorgeous little snake, isn't she lovely? Yeah. So having got a couple of bell boys, it's lovely to get a couple of bell girls. We've got 2 this season, and we'll be using them for future projects. And she's got a very light yellow stripe on her back, which is hard to see unless I bring you into the light. You can see that little faint. Can you see the little faint brown line on there? Can you see it on her back? Can you see that little faint yellow line?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah. So it's very similar to Casper, our boy from last year, but she's lovely, and I think the mocha combining with the Mojave is producing a really beautiful bell. So we'll slip her back. And the other one I wanted to show you was another animal that we've hatched this year, and see how he's coming along. And I'll just put her back. So there's 2 I could show you. There's one called Starbuck. Now Starbuck is a beautiful looking, he's male, but he's a beautiful looking mocha 100% het for ultra male. And let's just have a little look at him, see how he's doing. There he is. Beautiful animal. Let's just carefully weigh him, see how much he weighs, and then have a look at him under the light box. So he's 248. So he's packing on good weight too. And look, he thinks he's being fed down, and we can see how his head's coming up. So if we put him in the light box, let's just have a look and see how he's looking. You zoom in on Starbuck. There you go. You can see the beautiful dark mocha on his back. You see those lovely rich colours, the contrast is lovely. It's one of my favourite hatchlings of the year. Beautiful bright contrast, deep blacks in the mocha. And you even see the het ultramel coming through. When we look at his sides, he's got flames and fires coming up. It's got the ultramel colours under the belly. So looking forward to proving out some ultramels from him. Beautiful, beautiful boy. Thank you, Adam. So we'll slip him back. There he is. You can see what I mean by the underbelly. You can see all the extra underbelly markings he's got and the flame coming up. But I'll just slip him back, Adam. So it's that hatchling there. I'll put him back. We've also got a platy daddy that we bred this year called Pluto. And let's see how this one eats really well, Adam. Let's see how he's doing. There he is. Can you see the platy daddy? It's got that very much platinum look about him. Very similar to his mother, Cappuccino. And he was put to a spot nose boy. We were trying to produce a power ball, but we didn't get any spot noses at all. But we'll just weigh him and see how he's doing. So he's weighing in at 211 and looking pretty good. Let's slip him in the light box and have a good look at him, Adam. There you go. You'll see the plastin colours. Got those lovely whites around him, so he's beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. So these hatchlings are packing on weight, Adam. They're 3 or 4 times the weight. They have grown 3 or 4 times since they're hatching, so they're all eating well. And let's have a look and see what else we've got. I think we'll have a look at a couple of animals on this side, and let's see how the spider bananas are doing. Let's have a look at Haribo. There he is. You see he's in there? See Haribo? Alright, we're just going to weigh him, and then we'll see how he looks under the light box. I'm guessing he's going to be close to 200, not far off. 177. He was one of our later clutches, so he's doing really well. Let's have a look at him under the light box. Very friendly snake. 100% het for clown. There you go, have a little look at him. We'll zoom in on those beautiful markings. So 177, and his brother Turbo is similar size as well. He's about 170, so they're both doing really well. Right, we'll slip him back. There you go, buddy. And I thought what I'd do is I'll just show you how our albino 100% het pied boy's doing. I think he's in here. So let's have a little look and see. So we've got him, we called him Bruce. Now he was from a boob egg, and he only weighed 35 grams when he was born. And Daisy is his mother. And he is 100% het for pied, because his father is Cookie, who's a 100% pied, 50% albino. So he's proven out to be 100% albino because he helped produce a visual recessive. So we now know he's 100% albino, which is great. I'm going to guess that he's about 130, 140. Let's just see, 137. So he's put on 100 grams since he's been born. So it just goes to show, if you gently bring on these hatchlings, when they come out of boob eggs, they can get good weight on them. They can start to flourish. Have a little look at them, see if you can zoom in on this little fella here. There you go. Pretty little boy. And he'll be a powerhouse going forward. So we've got now the visual albino 100% het pied, and he will replace his father in the breeding, because then we've got the visual. And putting on some really good weight at 137 grams. Doing really well. Now let's see what else we've got here. We've also got the clown clutch. Now I think Linnea, so Linnea's in here. She's just going into shed. Look how big she is as the clown girl. Look. And I think she was 211 grams when I weighed her this morning. So because she's in shed, we'll leave her there. But I'll show you her sister, who's catching up with her. She's in the 170s, I think. She's in here. Her name is Lucky, and she just shed out today. There you go. There she is. She's a beautiful girl. Let's see if we'll just weigh her and see how much she's weighing in at. She's 164. Let's put her under the light box. There you go. One of my favourite clowns of the year. And we were blessed to get 3 of those out of a het butter clown. And Joker was the daddy. He was a visual clown. And we'll just slip her back. There she goes. We've also got a beautiful Ember who's a female Enchi Fire 100% het desert ghost. Let's see how she's doing. She's getting good size, Adam. Look at the size of her. See? She's got to be in the 200s. Beautiful animal. Let's see how she's doing. 276, doing very well. And let's see what she looks like under the light box. She wants to come and play. Hello, girl. You want to come and see Adam? She's lovely. She does like to play and have contact. But let's have a little look under the light box, Adam, see what your thoughts are. Come on, darling. There you go, babies. There you go. I think she's going to be climbing the walls, that one. She's quite nice, isn't she? Beautiful. That Enchi Fire 100% Desert Ghost girl will be fantastic. When we get a visual Desert Ghost, you'll see the whole thing just pop. And she's a climber. There's no doubt about that. But she's put on really good weight. And we'll just slip her back. Leave her in peace. And I think that will just about do us for the hatchlings out. Right, let me get out, talking of Desert Ghost, let's get out one of our big girls and see whether we can try this ultrasound. And just put those, put their hides back. Sorry, darlings. I'll get the Desert Ghost out. Right, Adam, how are we doing for time?
It's just under 20 minutes.
Okay, so I think we've got time to do Isa, and we'll have a go at experimenting with the ultrasound, see if we can get some depth. And let's just see how she's looking. So if you move that over there, Adam. Thank you. Perfect. There we go. Just nice to go just a touch more. Lovely. There we go. So here she is. She's a good size. I think what we'll do is we'll weigh her first. And she's an Enchi Desert Ghost. And she's 50% caramel. And I reckon she's about 1700 grams or thereabouts. So hopefully she'll be big enough for the breeding rotation this year. But we'll just see how her follicles are doing and we'll just weigh her. She's a lovely looking girl. Let's just see how she's doing on her weight. 1908. So she's doing better than I thought. That's immense, isn't it? Immense. And let's just see what she looks like in the light box. You'll see as she gets each shed, she gets more colourful all the time, Adam. But let's just see how she's looking in the light box. There you go. Gorgeous Desert Ghost. Now we're going to get this Desert Ghost into our clown projects, is the plan. So now we want to check to see how big her follicles are. And then if her follicles are the right size, we'll then start breeding with her. So we'll just slip her out. There we go. Now Jad and I have found that if we keep her in her rub, and that's the best way to ultrasound her. Now her bladder is just below halfway point here. We're looking for the bladder here, and then below the bladder you've got the ovaries, and down here is where we're expecting the follicle growth. And follicles are basically unfertilized eggs, is what they are. And if we can try to establish how big they are, that gives us a bit of an understanding as to whether she's ready to breed. But I think bearing her condition and weight, I think she's looking pretty good. So what we do is we I'll just bring that angle round there, Adam, so you can see both this. Now when we put the gel on here, watch how the screen goes white. You see that? Put a bit more there. So you get a completely white field. And then we will then move this towards the area that we think needs to be covered. And then Adam, you can play with the different fields your side. Let me see if I can find her bladder first. You see anything? Can you see the rib cage?
Yeah, I can see the bones.
Can you just
Come down a little bit.
I'm looking for little marbles. You can see things like little marbles. They're called follicles, and there's a way you can freeze the screen when we find them. So you can see these small black marbles there, just below the. See there?
Look at these there.
Yeah, can you freeze that for me? There's the freeze button. Up. Right, there we go. Well done, Emma. So if you can zoom on those, and then I'll just clean this down. I think we may have found some follicles there. I'm hoping we have anyway. And there's a way that we can measure those, but Jared and I are getting used to the size now. We can guess the size. And I think as you get more experience, you don't need to measure. But we'll just give this girl a clean up, and then we'll measure her follicles, and then we'll record it in our reptile scan. Thank you, Isa. Step her back. And then I better put her height back in as well. Do you mind just passing me the height? Thank you. Pick it up. Right, let's have a look at the size of these now. So you see these balls here? These represent follicles, and what you can do is you can actually go up with the pointer. Actually, you go on measure, press set, and distance. Then you go up to the follicle size there, press set, and you do two measurements. You do one at the top, one at the bottom, and you do one at the side, and you do one on this side here, and then you can see average is 2.4 millimeters, so quite small. So that's interesting. Adam's been playing with the zoom range. Now here you've got the depth of 0.83, so we're going into 0.83 of a millimeter into her body. So the follicles are much smaller but a lot sharper. But you can see that she's got quite small ones. She's got 4 mil at the moment, which is understandable because she's about 2 years old. So a girl matures at about 2.5, so maybe we may have to wait a few months for her to build those. And the theory is that we normally build them from 10 millimeters is when you start putting a male in, is what they recommend. And the first lock is normally a stimulating lock, and that gets her excited, that helps her to build follicles. And she's been wrapping her tail around her bowl, which tells me that she's either cooling for personal reasons, or she's cooling to build their follicles, because follicles need to be cooled down for them to grow. So that's really helpful, Adam. Thank you for your help on that one. Have we got time to do one more? Yeah? How much time have we got?
We're at 25 right now.
Okay, so we've got 25 minutes. And I think the other one I was going to look at was, I think it was Calypso. Here's Calypso. This is Jared's favourite clown girl. She's a pastel clown, 100% Het Pied. And we'll weigh her, and then we'll just see if we can find some follicle growth. There she is. Isn't she beautiful? She stood out for us because see all these lovely black markers around her. It makes the clown really stand out. We do like it a lot. And if we get Spotnose into this, which is part of the ingredient for the Batman project, those black highlighters will get even deeper and thicker, and the contrast is so much better. But I think she's weighing very similar to Isa. She's going to be about 2K, I think. What I'm guessing. 1847. So she's got the age and she's got the weight. Has she got the sexual maturity? We'll put her in here to start with. There you go, Adam. Why don't you have a little look at her in the light box, see what she's looking like. She's gorgeous, isn't she lovely? Just love those crazy eyes. Are beautiful, Adam, beautiful. And the head stamp. She's carrying 100% pied, so we're going to be shooting for some clown pieds. And let's just see if we can find some follicles on her. I don't know if you want to have a go, Adam, trying to find the follicles?
Sure.
Yeah? Would you like to have a go?
Yeah.
Your first attempt? So I'll just put her in there. So the key is if we can keep her body straight like that, and maybe if we can go down there, Adam, and I'll try and keep her in the rub. So you need to get some gel, put your gel on first. I'll take care of the snake. So Adam's going to have his first attempt, and to clear the screen just press freeze to clear the screen. It looks to me as though she just wants to explore. So Adam's going to put the gel, be generous with it, the more the better, give it a good squeeze down. Perfect, Adam, perfect. Wonderful. See if you can. The screen's gone nice and white.
Sort of just like round.
So I'll start about here. Yeah. Start just to keep it straight like that, and at an angle. That's it. See if you can see anything, and just work your way down. You see anything there? And as you work down, I'll have a look with you as well. So you've got good vision of the rib cage. And see whether we can find any follicles. Can you see any follicles there? Working way down slowly. So I put a little bit more gel on. Sometimes the gel comes off. You put some more gel on, and I'll just try and move her back this way. So that's good. So you want to be coming at an angle like this and keep it straight. That's it. There we go. See whether you can find anything that looks like follicles. I'm looking for those little round balls just below the spine. Keep working your way down. Ah, there you go, you've got one. Keep going where you were. Keep going. Just angle it slightly. There you go, I've got them. Thank you, Adam. Right, we can measure. If you clean that off, and we'll put the snake back. You've actually managed to find a follicle there, so well done. And Calypso's been an absolute darling. Beautiful, beautiful snake. Well done, Adam, from your first attempt. Well, your second attempt finding it. And we'll measure those up, and we'll just see how big they are. And really good, really good. Right, do you want to take the camera then, Adam?
Sure.
Or do you want to have a go at measuring? That's it. Yeah? I'll just get the snake put back, clean her up. But she's 1800 grams, which is plenty big enough to sustain a clutch. And Jag will be pleased to know that. Thank you, Calypso. We're going to put you back and leave you in peace. And then we'll just measure her follicles, and then we'll get the reptile scan out and put in the measurements and the size of the follicles. So we record how big the follicles are, and then every month we'll probably check to see if they're moving in the right direction, and then we can see how she's growing and maturing. So let's have a little look at the size of these. So I froze it, but I think it just about kept